असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Up to now we learn concave and convex mirror terminology. There we learn some important key points, right? So in that we learn normal also. So what is meant by normal? We know the line which is perpendicular to the surface of the mirror at the point of incidence is known as normal, and we know the normal of the spherical mirror is always passes through the center of curvature. Then how can we find normal to a curved surfaces? So see here, take a foam or rubber sole of a slipper, put some pins to this foam. So here all pins are perpendicular to each other, and here this foam is represented as mirror, and here each pin is taken as a normal. So when we are taken the pins to the surface of the foam, so all these are acts as the normal point here. So any ray at the point of these here, at any point the incident ray will form, means where the pins are contact with the surface of the foam, they will reflect with the same angle, right? So here at all the point of contact of pins with this foam, the incident ray will come, means what will happen? This will reflect with the same angle here, right? So for example, if you are taken the foam, means if you are bend the foam inwards, what will happen? So the foam is like this now. When we are bend the foam like this, means what will happen? The pins which are arranged here, they will form like this. Here all the pins are normal but at different directions here, right? So the distance is changed and they are give one converging type of ray here. So here all are together converge at a point, right? So if we are taken the foam in outwards, means if we bend outwards, means what will happen? So it will looking like this. So the pins are diverging like this, right? So when we are taken the foam inwards, means all the pins are converging type here. When we are taking the outwards, here the pins are diverging here. So here converging type of mirror is known as concave mirror, and diverging type of mirror is known as convex mirror. So this is a concave and this is a convex here. So we are taken here the foam as a mirror, right? We are taking the foam actually to get an idea how the concave mirror and convex mirror will form the rays. So this is the concave mirror is a converging type of mirror, and convex mirror is a diverging type of mirror here, right? So this is a normal to a curved surfaces. Parallel rays of light. So how will get the parallel rays of light? So see here, I want to take here one thermocol. Assume that this is the thermocol. So when we are taking thermocol, suck the two pins to this thermocol, right? So here we have to take one candle very nearer to this thermocol. So the light will fall on this object. So what will happen? We will get the shadow of this thermocol and will get diverging type of this shadow. Here the pins are diverging type. When we are taken the source of the light very nearer to this thermocol. So here we have to change the position of the source. So when we move this candle from this thermocol, the shadow is also changed here. What will happen? The pins which are diverging here, they will comes into converge when we are changing the position of the source of the light here. So at a point we will get parallel shadow. At a certain distance we will get the parallel shadow here. So here from this we can say that to get parallel rays of the light, we have to take the intensity is low. So here we are getting the parallel shadow of this object when we are taking the candle far away from this object. So here the intensity becomes low. This means we need to get parallel rays, means we have to take the source of the object at a long distance. So here we are taken very nearer to the object here. So at this position we are getting diverging type of shadow here. The pins are diverged here in shadow. When we are taken at a long distance, we are observing the shadow, parallel shadow here. Right? And here one more thing, we have to take the sufficient intensity. There must be need sufficient intensity to get the parallel shadow. Right? This is a way to get the. See the next one, measuring the object distance and image distance from the mirror. Okay. For this we need to take V-stand, paper, candle, measuring scale, means concave mirror, and measuring tape. Right? So here we have to arrange the experiment like this. So on meter scale we have to take, first of all we have to take concave mirror on V-stand. Okay. Now keep one paper and candle and measuring scale like this. Right? So here we have to do, that means here we have to change the position of the candle. We have to keep the candle in different directions, and we have to move the paper in front of the mirror here to get the sharp image of this light. So where will get the sharp image here? So that one we have to find by moving the paper in front of the mirror, and here we have to change the position of the candle also. Right? At a certain point we will get the sharp image of this light. So that one we have to take here. Now I will write the table. So I want to rub this, okay, carefully here. Where we get the sharp image will observe by this table. So when we are taking the object at different directions, we will get the image distance also in different directions. That means we will get the image distance on paper here. So right. So here for example, if we are taken object distance, that is denoted by U, at 60 centimeters, when we are kept the object at 60 centimeters, we will get the image distance also at 60 centimeters. Okay, and we will get the image as the same size here. It is not enlarged or diminished. Why? Because here object distance and image distance is same. So we will get same size, and the image is inverted here. Okay. Now here come to this. If the object distance is 50 centimeters and will get image distance at 70 centimeters. Okay. So this time the image is enlarged now. Right. and it is inverted. The image is inverted here. And next, object distance is 40 centimeters. If we have kept the object at 40 centimeters, we will get the image at 80 centimeters, right? Here we will get the image at 80 centimeters, and the image is enlarged again. Again the image is inverted here. If we are taken the object distance at 30 centimeters, we will get the image distance is infinity here. Okay, that means it is increases more here. We will get here more than 80 centimeters. Why? Because here the object distance is 30 centimeters. So that's why the image distance is infinity. So at that time we will get very big image here, and it is inverted. Okay, so here we are taken at a different positions the object, and we will get the different positions image, right? So for example, in the meter scale we are taken at some point the candle, that is the object now. So we will get on the paper. So to get the sharp image, we have to move the paper in front of the mirror, right? So when we are moving this paper in front of the mirror, at some point we will get the sharp image here. So at 30 centimeters the image is infinity. So that's the time the image is very big, and it is inverted here. So inverted is nothing but the object and the image both are in opposite direction. Okay, so for example, this is in upward, we will get the image at downward. Both are up and down. So at that time we will tell that as a inverted. Okay, so this is a finding the image distance and object distance on the mirrors. So we have one more box here. So I will draw that. So I want to rub this. We know focal point and center of curvature. So here we are reclassifying the above, means before observations here, right? So here before we are taken the object distance and image distance and how they are formed we are taken. Now see, if the position of the candle, that means object, is placed between the mirror and F. F is nothing but here we are taken capital F. So this indicates principal focus, right? So we know the what is meant by principal focus, the distance between center of curvature and pole, right? So here, sorry, principal focus is nothing but the when the rays are parallel to the principal axis, they will form and they will converge at a point. That point is known as a principal focus, right? So all the points will converge at a point. That point we know known as a principal focus. So here, if the mirror between object is between the mirror and principal focus, then what is the position of the image here? That is behind the mirror. So here behind the mirror is nothing but that is back side of the mirror, right? And that is enlarged and it is erect and virtual, right? So here if the object is at focal point, so focal point is nothing but this is represented with a small f. We know the distance from pole to the principal focus, that is known as a focal point. So here if the object is at the focal point, then the position of the image is infinity. And before we are taken object at 30 centimeters, means there we got infinity, the position of the image is infinity. So at that time we are taken the image is there is no form here, this will not form any type of, means it is not enlarged our dimension. There we said that is very big, right? So that's why we are not giving any image here, right? So see here, if the object is at between F and C, means between principal focus and center of curvature. So then what is the position of the image here? It is beyond C. Beyond C is nothing but, here beyond is nothing but beside of the C, right? So at that time the image is enlarged and it is inverted and it is real image. Okay. Now see, if the position of the object means candle at center of curvature, at center point is there, means we will get the position of the image on C only, that means center of curvature only. The image is also same, and at that time we get same size of image, and that is inverted and that is real image. Okay. Now finally we have the position of the candle or object at beyond C. Again we are taken here beyond C. If the object is at beyond C, C means what we will get? The position of the image between F and C, means that means principal focus and center of curvature. We are taken the position of the candle beside of the C. At that time we will get the position of the image between principal focus and center of curvature. So when we are taken between F and C, the position of the object when we are taken between F and C, we are getting position of the image at beyond C. When we are taken the object at beyond C, we are getting position of the image between F and C. This time the image is dimensioned and it is inverted and it is real image. Okay. So this is the way to find the image distance and object distance of the mirror. Okay.